What's going on, everyone? So Dalton Knecht started the season for the Lakers like absolute gangbusters, right? I mean, the dude put up a 35-point game. He's like hitting multiple threes, having multiple impact games. You even seen games where he's like, 0 of 3 and then just boom, hits a bunch of shots, and you look up and it's like, oh wow, he finished 7 of 10 or whatever, right? Like, he didn't miss a shot the rest of the way. He was so impressive so quickly, so early on, but he was expected to be that in some capacity, right? He was looked at as, one of the older guys, kind of one of the more ready now guys, especially for his particular skill set. And he came in and was all of those things. He was very good, very impressive early on. Obviously, he's a rookie, very raw. There's still a lot that he needs to work on, particularly on the defensive side of things. But you knew it was going to be a roller coaster ride. And it's part of the reason why I haven't criticized or really said much about Dalton Knecht outside of praising him for the good games, because he's a rookie, right? Like, he doesn't deserve the criticism yet unless he does something like, crazy blatantly, right? Like bad. But for the most part, it's just, you know he's going to have good stretches. You know he's going to have bad stretches. You know he's going to have the stretches in between. And he's been on a bad stretch. Don't get me wrong. He has been very bad. But look, Steph had, before that 8 of 8 game or whatever, Steph had a 4-game stretch where he was awful. I mean, Steph had arguably the worst game ever for a superstar. He was 0 of 7 from the field and 0 of 6 from 3 and just unplayably bad that game. Right? So bad games happen, especially for shooters. You see shooters go in slumps all the time. Right? We just played Atlanta, and you had DeAndre Hunter in a slump right now, last few games for him. And he's a guy that is the 3rd in efficiency this season. Right? He's been very good. And he couldn't buy a bucket to save his life, against the Lakers. And then even against the Clippers, he was 4 of 11, 6 of 16, which isn't great by any stretch, right? It's not bad, but it's not 3rd in efficiency good. So you look at kind of even the best of shooters, right? Buddy Hield started the season as if he was the greatest shooter of all time, right? Made Steph look pedestrian. And then guess what? That law of average dried up real quick. I mean, Dalton Knecht was having historic start to his. He was shooting 46%, 47% at one point from 3-point range. He's giving you a 20 piece. He was the Lakers' leading scorer 2 straight games. Gave you a 35-point game, a game and a half before that. The guy is just doing it all. He's a guy that you need to keep sticking with. Everyone's super high on Max Christie right now. Everyone's super happy with Max Christie. I love to see it. I'm happy that Max Christie did it, because I'm as high on Max Christie as you can possibly be. But when Max Christie had his bad stretch and he got taken out of the rotation for 3 games, 4 games, whatever. What did I keep saying? Got to stick with him. Got to let him figure it out. Right? Well, JJ, to his credit, has been letting Dalton Knecht figure it out. But here's the difference, though. Dalton Knecht is a guy that is a shooter, a rhythm shooter, volume shooter, right? It's hard to get yourself out of a shooting slump when you don't get the attempts. I mean, how many games have we seen where he's getting 2 or 3 attempts, right? As frustrating as it is at times, when LeBron is shooting poorly, what do you see him keep doing? Chucking up threes. It's why is he doing that? Because he's trying to shoot himself back into, becoming a better 3-point shooter. Well, when you're LeBron and you can just take 9 attempts a game and no one's going to say anything to you, you have that luxury. When you're Dalton Knecht, that's the rookie that, is only going to get 15 to 20 minutes a game and only get 2 or 3 shot attempts if he's lucky. You don't have that luxury to just take a bunch of attempts to shoot to get you right. So it's harder for you to get out of that slump. Well, that previous Atlanta Hawks game, hopefully, fingers crossed, is kind of the beginning step of him just getting back. I'm not saying he has to be absolute elite, lights out, dropping 35 a night, but exactly what you saw, right? Can he just knock down a couple threes? Give me, 2 or 3 threes a game. Continue to be aggressive. I talked about Dalton Knecht I don't know, about a week or two ago. It like right in the heart of the slump. And one of the things that I really praised him for was his aggressiveness, right? He stopped settling so much. Before, he would just keep shooting, right? Like he would, like I said, he was 3 of 4 from 3 and 4 of 7 overall. If this was Dalton Knecht a month ago, he would have been, 3 or 4 of 7 total, but it would have been all threes, or he would have been 3 of 7 or whatever. Like he would have never have taken those twos, right? He wouldn't have taken, 3 attempts elsewhere, right? Like, but you've seen Dalton Knecht be more aggressive, get to his spot, take guys off the dribble, elevate, knock down the mid-range. JJ Redick, not a big fan of the mid-range, but Dalton Knecht is so good in the mid-range, and you need to see him get his shot going. Him as a shooter probably needs it. Him as a shooter is probably looking at it as like, I need to see the ball go into the hoop. Right? Like sometimes you do that. Get to the foul line, be aggressive. What did he do? Right? What did he do? He got to the foul line, right? Made some free throws, opened some stuff up for him. Knocked down a couple threes, saw the confidence kick up, right? Especially when he hit his first three. He hit the first three and then the confidence kicks in, and now all of a sudden he's got that swagger to him, and he's just lighting it up. That's what we need to continue to see from him. Again, I'm not saying he has to be lights up, but we need the best version of Dalton Knecht we can get. And now would be a great time, because I've talked heavily about this month might be the most important month for the Lakers. They have 14 games left. They're 2-0, by the way, to start the new year. But the Lakers have 14 games left. They, in all honesty, should probably win 10 out of those 14, if not, at worst, 9 out of those 14. Minimum. So, you're talking, if Dalton Knecht can really start to get back into a rhythm, really get back into a stride here, that could be the difference between you going 9-5 or 10-4. That could be the difference between you going, and potentially losing a game that you shouldn't have lost. Or, Dalton Knecht just goes off against, like, the better he is, the better Lakers are. Right? Because now it's like, man, now we got to worry about him too. And Dorian Finney-Smith's hitting shots now, and it's like, oh man, like, if you're the opposing team, you're like, can we just make it stop for a moment, right? Lakers, like, you need Dalton Knecht to be great. Again, he's gonna get his limited minutes. He's not gonna be playing 30, 40 minutes a game. He might have his game here and there where he gets some minutes, but for the most part, he's just gonna be, he's gonna be playing a handful of minutes. He knows his role. He knows what he's supposed to do. He knows what he's supposed to be looking for. Shoot the ball, right? Shoot it with some confidence. Look, he's a rookie. He's going to have another stretch. He'll probably have another game sometime soon where he goes and gives us 25, 30. Right? I wouldn't be shocked at all if he has another game where he just lights a team up. Right? But he's also going to have some games where he puts up some stinkers. He's also going to have some games where he gets into trouble. And it also depends on the trades, right? Depending on what the Lakers do trade-wise. Right? Like, they might end up if they go get, say a Kyle Kuzma still and guys like that, it's like, you might be looking like, okay, well, where do you fit in Knecht? Now, they are playing Knecht more at the 2 and the backup 2, so that could be kind of like, maybe that's where he becomes, which I've talked about also, right? Like, him as a 3 is like the average 3 size. Right? He doesn't really have any advantages at the 3. Him at the 2, on the other hand, where a lot of these 2s are, like 6'4" to 6'6" for a big one. Right? Dalton Knecht being 6'7" could go a long way. And his athleticism and his size and all that stuff. So you might actually have a benefit by kind of having him in the rotation as a 2. So we'll see. But I liked what we saw from Knecht. And we need him to continue to be aggressive, continue to find your shot. I'm glad he had a solid game. Again, he scored 13 points in 15 minutes. Right? Like, just shy of a point a minute. Right? He was a basket away from a point a minute. So, if he's giving you that kind of production, especially for as bad as our bench is and all that, right? It'd be really nice. It'd be really nice to see. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Hey, Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you love what you're seeing from Knecht? Did you love what you saw in his previous game? Do you agree, like, yes, we need the best version of him as possible? Do you think, like, nah, it's, hey, he's a rookie. You can't really expect too much from him. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.